Guys, welcome back to Goji's Outlook. If this is your first time stopping here, you're most definitely welcome. Normally I just talk about maybe random gist, experiences I've faced or stuff, but today we are going to talk about something really important. From the title itself, you know that this video is about common mistakes people make while choosing a private university and common mistakes people make in private universities. From what I mean is mistakes people make when choosing a private university is, and when you're choosing private universities, you need to consider certain things. And I'll be talking about the things you should consider. I'm a graduate of Adeleke University, which is a private university. So I know mistakes that people have made, that even me, I have made while choosing that university before I graduated. Also, I was talking about the mistakes people make in the university. I was in the university and I know things that I wish I didn't do and things I wish I did better. Well, we'll start from mistakes people make in the university. The first mistake people make when choosing a private university is resisting the urge to change it for somebody that is disrespecting you. Look, I know a lot of people just ignore some things. You say, oh, we don't answer people. When you're in a private university, a lot of people will try to annoy you. People are really annoying. So people just want to just show that they want to show their power. They want to show that maybe their father is richer than this, their father is this. They just want to just piss you off. If you're that kind of person that is always, oh, I don't want to, I'm here. They will ride on your intelligence. They will ride on your life. Because I've experienced it and I know. When I was on the level, I remember then there was this particular girl that was, always trying to. Honestly, I felt like I was being bullied. She was even in 100 level with me, but she had like a family member in the school. So she was rolling with the big girls, you understand? So there's some things I want to just say. I can't say it again. Why? Because this girl was basically bullying me. The day I stood up and answered her was the day it ended. Maybe if you're in federal universities or public schools or universities, they will tell you, oh, there are some things you don't say, there's some things you just let go because, I mean, they're cultists, there are things, people that will endanger your life and stuff like that. I don't know about that, I didn't attend that, but for a private university where there are basically no cults, maybe they can be outside, but in the school, because in Adeleke University, I didn't hear of any cults or stuff, so everything was just, it was just like a small village, you understand? So in such a situation, you should be able to speak out for yourself. Don't let anybody ride on your intelligence. This is one of the mistakes people make when they come to private university. They will say they are forming quietness. My dear, you will get what you're looking for. Secondly, is you thinking that the first person you hang out with in school will be the person you hang out with forever. Like, will be your friend forever. I'm here to tell you that I don't know, maybe out of 100, maybe just I don't know how many percent I will give, but there's literally just a very low chance of you being friends with the first person you started talking to in the university. Because in a private university, there are people, you meet people with people who are even bigger than you understand? So if you're going to make a friend, probably somebody just met by the road and stuff, when you guys start moving together, that person will see somebody that he wants to get closer with more than you. So things will just happen and you just realize that, oh, this person is not your friend. Do not take all these things personal. Even you might never want to be somebody's friend again. Not necessarily because you're fighting or anything, but it's just life happens. So don't come to a private university with the opinion that my first friend is my bestie. Hey, bestie will show you what they call shaggy. The third one now is having a poor social life. Hey, I don't know how long I can emphasize on this. I know school is meant to be a place where you read and come off flying colors, but you need to take your social life very serious. Look, in Adeleke University, where I attended, we used to have social events, we have celebrities coming to the school and stuff. There's this story I want to give that happened to me, I think when I was in 300 level or so. We had Davido coming to the school. This story is going to, I don't know, it's hurting my feelings now as I'm saying it. So we had Davido coming to the school and some other celebrities, and the ticket was just 1,000 naira. I mean, I had money in my account, so I had more than 1,000 in my account if I wanted to go for it. But I just felt like, no. So I've been attending social, I've been attending this one, that one, I've been attending this one, that one. But eventually, I didn't go for that show. I just let it just slide. I just said, I beg you to come and go. And guess what? Till today, I am still regretting, because that show was a banger and I missed it. Why? Because I didn't want to go for this. I felt like if there's any social activity that you know mind is telling you that maybe you should go or not go, please just go. Especially if it's in a private university where there are very, very less chance of maybe fight or somebody break your head with bottle and stuff. If it's maybe a public school, there are chances that someone can break your head with bottle and stuff. But so you might just not want to go, which is fine. But in a private university where you know you're in a secured environment, please don't take your social life to be on serious. Go out for social events, make friends, especially that making of friends, because that's also part of a social activity that happens in a private university. Make friends, because when you leave school, you realize that those friends are the ones that would help you. Keep contact. Don't be doing I am an introvert. I don't talk to people. Yes, I know they're introverts, and I'm not against them, but also be opened. Because when you leave a private university, when you leave school, you now realize that these are the people that are coming through for you. You will see that, okay, normal, when you leave school, people are always posting stuff on their WhatsApp status. These people, the job opportunities they'll be posting for you to see. But maybe, well, that's why it's good to have good friends. Because now, even some jobs that I have gotten, now that I'm done with school, were jobs that my classmates posted. And I applied and I got it. So imagine if at this point I just felt like, no, I don't want to be anybody's friend, I don't want to call anybody's number. Then what's going to happen to me? Then it means that I'm going to be what? I don't even know. But just bless God, because God has helped me so far. So that's one. I think I've talked. This is the third one. I think I've talked more of mistakes people make in private universities. So I'm talking about the mistakes people make while choosing a private university. Now, the first mistake people make is not checking the accreditation of a university. My dear, if you are applying for a university, especially a private one, because that's, most federal universities, they are accredited, because, for federal government to own it, they must definitely accredit it. I don't want to make mistakes. But with private universities, someone can decide to open school today and just, so you need to make sure that it's accredited. Because once you leave school, if you're in your 400 level, realize that you can't even serve. It means that your 4 years has wasted. And not even the 4 years. It's the school fees that matters, because you've paid school fees for these years and you cannot serve. You'll just give you a certificate and that's going to be it. So before you go to a school, make sure you check that school is accredited. I don't know whoever this is, please forgive my manners. Okay, then the second thing you need to consider when going to a private university is the ranking. Look, schools have rankings. Every year at least that I know, they give school ranking. There's the best, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. That ranking is very, very important in the outside world. There are some places you just take your result to or your certificate to in search for a job or something. And when you show it to your boss, he looks at it and it's like, oh, Covenant University, oh, Adeleke University, that's great. So, it's appealing to them. Do you understand? But there's some schools you take certificate there, and they're looking at it like, this university. And probably he even checked, and the last time he checked, the school was number 1, number 5,000, number 10 billion. You understand? So he will be like, he's not sure about this. So those things are really, really important. The ranking, check how, although I'm not saying it's the ranking that's going to determine your success level in the school, but I'm saying outside the school is the ranking. Ranking is going to help you. That's like number 2. The third one, which is very, very, very important, is the school fees. Before attending any private university, check the school fees. Because there's some schools, you pay school fees, and even if you are not sure you can afford it in the next year, there's still probabilities of somebody maybe lending you 20,000, 30,000 to add to your money, and you will pay. For a private university where you are paying millions, where you are paying hundreds of thousands of nairas, if you cannot afford it, there's really low chance of somebody borrowing. It's very hard for someone to just borrow you 900,000 naira. It's very, very hard. So make sure you check schools and be sure that you can pay at least for the first 2 years. So you don't end up giving yourself hypertension. Always check for school fees. Also, if you are going to a private university, make use of your head. What I mean is most private universities like Adeleke University, scholarships are given. Like a lot of times, people on scholarship. Although you work for it, but people on scholarship. So ask around. Is there scholarship? You should know if you can. can apply, and if you are worth it, if you can actually apply for it, you should be able to go for it and try. That's if you want it. Sometimes you need to don't just sit at home and say you don't have money for it, blah blah blah. Sometimes schools are free. You barely pay for anything. Try, check. Many people just make it just that they just want to just go to school and then they start suffering and then they can't pay. Ask around. Do people give scholarships? What do I need to do to get this? It's going to be really, really helpful. Now, this is another mistake some people make when they are in private university. When they are in a private university, they don't want to enroll in anything. You don't want to do business outside school. I mean, because in Adeleke University, there's no business. Like I said in my previous video, if you've not watched the video where I talked about things things to expect in a private university like Adeleke University, you can go and watch it in my previous video. They don't allow you to do business. You don't sell stuff, but you need to be able to get skills. Me, honestly, I didn't really. That's where I failed. In that aspect of learning so much skills. Although my dad tried, he put me there. I went for tailoring school. I went for computer school, but I was really not. I didn't put my head there. Most of the time I just go there, like I back my madam's baby and stuff. So it was not something I really learned. So after school, I wish it was something I could do. Like I now start learning it. But depending when I learned it, I got into a business which has been helpful, really, really helpful. I learned the making of kuli and I started making in large quantities, supplying supermarkets. I think I have my product here. I should show you what it looks like. This is what I sell. This is what I sell. This is what I make by myself. This is what I sell. And the name is Goji's Kuli on Instagram. In case you want to make orders or stuff, I'm just doing it for my own marketing sake because I mean, my customers can come from anywhere and I supply anywhere too. But I'm just saying, you should be able to be business minded. Don't just be limited to school. Going to private university does not determine your success. You need to know that. Put your mind in other stuff. You understand? Me, I'm just saying these are just mistakes that people just make. People just decide that okay, this is what they want to do, this is what they want to do. No. Be focused. You just say, oh, you go to private university, you just go in and go out. And you need to know that private university is not that too. There's a lot of money that's at stake. Do not spend so much money and then end up being nothing. You need to be focused on what you are doing. Like I said, when I say focus, also put your social life. Social life also helps in your focus because when you keep your social circles to be big and to be, I mean people that are helpful to you, then leaving the school, you really have very, very little or less to be scared about. Well, if you've watched up to this extent, I'm sure you must have learned 1, 2, or 3 things that you should know, both as a student and as an aspiring student. Put this to practice and watch how your life flows well. Thank you. God bless. Stay subscribed. And if you like more content like this, do comment down there and I'll get back to you.